Hello you guys, it's Thursday morning, back at work. Yesterday was a public holiday, so me and my family went to a little trip, I guess an overnight trip to Bella Bella. My husband and I came back last night. My daughter stayed behind with her grandmother. So they're continuing, they'll only come back tomorrow. So yeah, we had the trip. I took some shots. You would have seen that in my previous clips. And like I said, we're back at work. I've got a lot of work to do, got a lot of things to catch up on, but in terms of reading, I am busy with Morning Star. I'm currently on, let me tell you, I'm currently on chapter 21. I'm about to finish chapter 21. So far so good. This book is good. Like, you guys, I don't even know what else to say about it except that it's brilliant. I'm enjoying it. So this is what I'm reading for the rest of the week. I posted on my Instagram this morning announcing a Toni Morrison readathon that we are doing. So I hope that you guys joined us, because I know this video is gonna come after the fact, but yeah, I'll catch up with you guys a bit later because my battery's flashing, so I need to charge it, and I'll give you some reading updates later on. Hi you guys, I just got back home. Well, not just got back, but I've been home for probably like a good 30 minutes. Reading Morning Star still, on page 196. I listened to the audiobook in the morning for a little bit, and then I stopped it because, well, again, I don't want to get carried away with the audiobook because I wanted to read it physically. And then I went through a spiral of trying to figure out what to read, and I was just so bored. So I tried, which book did I try first? I first tried Just Between Us. It's an arc from Libro FM. I was bored. Like, the premise sounded interesting and it started off fine. So it's a murder mystery essentially. So we've got a woman who disappeared, presumed dead, presumed murdered, and then this cop is doing the investigation, right? But the thing of interest in this whole story is that this woman was living two separate lives, married to two different men who for the longest time didn't even know about each other, used slightly different names. And basically for me, it's like, what I wanted to find out is, how did she get away with it? Number one, because these men didn't really live that far away from each other. Number two, trying to figure out who did it, because they're thinking it's the husband, but then when there's two husbands, which one of them did one find out about the other and then got mad, revenge, you know, the type of thing. And it was interesting until they got to a chapter following some character called Stacy or something like that, who is a character that had, I think, a brain tumor and has memory loss. Did we just not spend like more than 3 chapters on this woman? I got so irritated that as she kept talking, because she just talks a lot and she just keeps going and going, and I'm like, what is the point of you as a character in this book? I do not see the relevance, and I don't have the patience to figure out what your relevance is. Bless you, Baba. So I just got irritated, and at some point I was like in the middle of a chapter of her talking. I literally skipped it. Went to the next one, it was still her, and I'm like, why? I don't even understand. So I DNF'd it because I just couldn't. I was just annoyed. And then I tried a middle grade called The House at the Edge of Magic, but I feel like it's the kind of book that I should have physically. It sounds cute and all, but it's just I don't know, I'm just not in the mood. And I'm like, I'm really in the mood for a thriller, which is why I started listening to Just Between Us. It wasn't good. And then I started listening to In My Dreams I Hold a Knife because I heard good things. I'm bored. I am bored. I think maybe I'm like an hour into it. Also, there's just a lot of talking, and I'm just like, we forgot all about the murder mystery. Like, I don't understand. So I stopped listening to it, and then I started listening to Ellis Feeney. I started listening to Ellis Feeney, The Hunting Party by Alex Feeney, and I have not DNF'd that one yet. I'm 2% in. I don't know what's going on, but I'm just so bored. I am so bored with all these books, and yeah, I just want to get back to Morningstar because everything else is just meh. And then I went past the bookshop, as one does on a random Friday, and I found a book. I found some books on sale. So I've got The Society for Soulless Girls, and this is by Laura Stephen. I remember seeing this book last year, and I'm like, okay, it sounds interesting, but I never picked it up. So it says 4 dead students. 10 years ago, 4 teenagers lost their lives in the North Tower murders at the elite Carville College of Arts, forcing the university to close its doors and the case to go cold. And then the next section goes, 2 haunted girls. Now Carville is reopening, and fearless student Lottie is determined to find out what really happened. But when her roommate Alice stumbles upon a soul-splitting ritual hidden in the library and the North Tower claims another victim, time starts running out. One chilling secret to destroy them all. Can Lottie and Alice uncover the truth before the centuries-old curse consumes them both? So this is YA. It's a YA thriller. I tend to enjoy YA thrillers. They're easily written, and the plot twist tends to be like good. So looking forward to this one. And then I also picked up Forging Silver into Stars, and this is by Bridget Camera, who is the same author who wrote Defy the Night, Defend the Dawn, and it seems like I keep collecting this author's books. I need to now read them. So this is part of a new epic fantasy, apparently, from New York best-selling author of the Cursebreaker trilogy. So the Cursebreaker trilogy includes which books? A Curse So Dark and Lovely, A Heart So Fierce and Broken, and A Vow So Bold and Deadly. I don't have those books. And then obviously they also wrote Defy the Night, and then recently Defend the Dawn came out, and then we've got this one, Forging Silver into Stars. So I don't know if this is part of a new series or if it's a standalone, but I'm looking forward to it. Already loving the fact that there is a map in this book, and yeah, looking forward to picking this one up soon. This was on sale for 79 rands at my bargain books, and then this one was 60 rands as well. So yeah, 2 new books to add to my pile. Not that I have space for them, but I mean, who cares for space, honestly. Also, I've got some plans to do my hair. I think it's been 2 weeks now of me having my afro out, but I'm ready to put it back into some protective styles. And I saw a video on YouTube of somebody doing like twists, so I went to Midrand to pick up a hairpiece from China Mall because it's the only place that I know that I could find this. So I really hope that this is what I'm meant to buy. But I got this hairpiece from Expression, so it's kind of like a kinky, curly hairpiece. It kind of looks like what I need to do what I need to do, but we will see. I have no idea if I bought the right thing or not. We'll see. But this is meant to be for crochet braid. I'm not going to use it like that. I'm going to do single twists on my hair. So I'm gonna actually wash my hair now. I kind of had washed it earlier in the week, but it was when I was out, when we were like away, and I didn't have all my stuff. So, and I feel like I didn't do a good job of washing. So I'm gonna wash now, put a moisturizing treatment, and then continue with work because I still have some work to do. I'll probably work for like the next 2 hours or so, and then I'm gonna pack up the laptop, and then I'm gonna set up my home laptop so that I can do some video editing for you guys. So that is the plan for today. I'll maybe start braiding my hair tomorrow. I don't know if I'll have time today because I also have to do my daughter's hair tomorrow. So yeah, it already feels like I'm overwhelming myself, but we'll see how far we get with all these things. But obviously you'll see my hair when I'm done. Probably by Sunday you'll get to see what's happening. But yeah, I've enjoyed the afro while it was here, but it is a lot of work to get going. It is growing. Maybe let's do a length check. So I do usually length check to the front. So previously I think it just got an eye level. Now it's starting to go past my eye in the front, and then on the side I think it was getting basically by my jaw. Okay, so it's growing. It's not growing fast, but it's growing. Okay, yeah, that's all the update I have for now. I will catch up with you guys later. I don't know if I will speak to you guys again today. We'll see how the day goes. Hello guys, new me, new hair. Okay, not new me, just new hair. But I wanted to come and show you guys my hair. I'm finally done doing my hair and I absolutely love it, to a point where I've actually sent my husband to go get more hairpiece so that I can do the same thing for my daughter. So I used about 1.5 of a bag and I've got a half left, so it's not going to be enough to do my daughter's, and I don't think it will come out nice if it is like chunky. So yeah, I'm done with my hair. I think it looks really cute. I like that it's short. It feels very like playful. It's light, it's airy, it's bouncy, it's curly. I love it. Definitely my new favorite hairstyle, and I can't wait to like play around with it and figure out different ways to wear it. I have a middle part, but I'm probably not going to be wearing it with the middle part, but I did the middle part so that I can do cute hairstyles like this. But if it's all down, I'll probably just do a side part because that's what I prefer. But yeah, I don't even have much to say. I don't have a reading update because I didn't read anything. I started with my hair last night. I did it all the way through the night. I think went to bed maybe like 11, 12, and again all the way through this morning. So yeah, I'm done cleaning up the house so that I can make it dirty again. Because I'm gonna do my daughter's hair, but I need to wash her hair first. And so we're gonna do the wash when she's done eating, and then I'll get started on her hair. But I love this hair so much. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I watched a YouTube video of somebody doing this, and then they were American, so I had to like go and figure out what the equivalent fiber would be for this side. So I went to China Mall in Midrand because there is the store that sells like hairpiece, hair fiber, not wholesale, but it's a big shop that just sells hair stuff. And I knew that if there was one place I would find the fiber for this, it would be that shop, and it's from Expression, and it has also the brand is series, or I don't know what that is. It's in the color 1, and I think I shared the picture of the box yesterday. I threw it away now, but when my husband comes back with the extra one, I'll just share it again. But yeah, I really love it. I love it. I love that it's bouncy. I love that it's short, because I wanted something like short and fun, but I could still tie it up in like different ways, and this works. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Hi you guys, it's Thursday morning. Had a bit of a not feeling good this morning. I went for school run and I'm back. I'm having some coffee. Hopefully it will give me a bit of a pickup. But I just wanted to come here and give a bit of a reading update. Let me see where I can put you guys. Oh, my tripod is broken. Like, I can still use it, but it broke and it got stuck kind of like at an angle, so it's kind of like tilting forward. But this seems to work. Yeah, but I'm not feeling good today. I don't feel in the best of moods. I don't know why. I can't pinpoint the why. But I'm having some coffee. Hopefully it will like make me feel more awake. But yeah, I actually have only 35 minutes to do a bit of work. I worked until quite late yesterday. I think I worked until like 8 o'clock. So I'm kind of exhausted as well. Maybe that's like the first like underlying issue that I've got going on. I've got to go back to school in 35 minutes. Okay, I've got a call. Just hold on. Guys, a mess. Let me... trying to see if I can sort out my lighting. I feel like there's a bit of a shadow, but I kind of like this look gives a certain ambiance. Yeah, so not having a great day, not having a great morning. I've got 25 minutes left. I am going back to school because my daughter has a poetry recital today. It's like a poetry day for grade R's today, and her class is performing from 9:30, so I'm gonna leave at 9 so that I can also get good parking, because when I was dropping her off, now I dropped her off a little bit late and it was already full. I think there was maybe a class that was starting at 8. So yeah, but yeah, my mood is not okay. I'm not okay. And Susie's kind of here, so I don't know if that's also affecting me. But I wanted to talk a little bit about this book. It's very hard for me to give a proper update on Morning Star because probably there's some of you who haven't even read Red Rising at all and you don't know what it's about. The whole saga essentially follows a main character called Darrow, and in this society it's like centuries after our current time, and humans have basically destroyed Earth as we can see the direction we're going. But there's been wars and stuff, and Earth became overpopulated, and then people started thinking about moving on to other planets, and one of these planets is Mars. So centuries ago they sent a group of people to Mars to start mining for this product called helium-6, which would help fuel spaceships and do other things to help bring people to Mars and also to essentially terraform Mars so that it becomes livable. And in this society we have a caste system that's based on colors, where red is right at the bottom of this caste system and golds are at the top, and then you've got other colors in between. And because of this, there's a specific hierarchy. So golds are actually kind of like seen as gods. They're the rulers of this world. They're the ones who make the decisions and all that. Reds are right at the bottom. They're the miners. Nobody really cares about them, and for most of them they don't actually know that Mars is already habitable. and Dara is one of the people. So a tragedy happens where his wife gets killed, and from there on it ensues this path where he finds out that, hey, Mars is actually habitable, and it has been habitable for centuries. So essentially him and his people didn't have to be underground Mars for all those years, struggling, starving, not having medicine, things like not living past like their 30s. So in the beginning of the series, he's essentially driven by revenge for his wife, and he works with a group of people to modify him to infiltrate gold. So in the society already, all the caste systems, people are modified. So reds actually have kind of like red hair, a little darker in terms of skin tone. Their eyes are red. Golds will have gold eyes, gold hair. They're more pale, and obsidians will have black hair, black eyes. They are giants. So people have been modified throughout the years to fit into those different classes of society. So this is book 3 and the story, and a lot of things have happened over the years and over the series. This is actually the last book in the first trilogy of this story, but now there's a second trilogy, and I've picked up the next copy. So I've picked up the next book in the series, which is called Iron Gold. I'm so excited. I'm following Bookmark by Wolf on Instagram, and he's got these amazing hardcovers that I'm just like, I want, but they're quite expensive. So I'm collecting the paperbacks for now to read through, and then later on I think I'll start collecting the hardcovers. I would love special editions, but we don't have access to that in South Africa. But one thing I love so much about this series is the writing, right? The use of wording that Piers Brown uses in these books is so good. Like, there's so many quotable moments, and especially in here. And this is why I kind of restarted the book, because I actually wanted to read it physically as well and tab it, because every time I'm listening, I'm just like, oh, that's such a good line. That's such a good line. And now I only have one tab for one of the quotes that I really liked. And it says, Mars is over our heads, consuming and omnipotent. But in Phobos' fast rotation, we are already nearing a place on the planet where dark comes and light casts a crescent into the darkness. Molten wounds still glow where the 2 nuclear bombs detonated. And I wonder, in my last moment, if the planet does not mind that we wound her surface or pillage her bounty, because she knows we silly warm things are not even a breath in her cosmic life. We have grown and spread and will rage and die, and when all that remains of us is our steel monuments and plastic idols, her winds will whisper, her sands will shift, and she will spin on, forgetting about the bold, hairless apes who thought they deserved immortality. Oh gosh, like the writing, guys, oh my freaking gosh, it's so good. So the writing is so good. It has one of the best, like, Piers Brown is so good at writing fighting scenes, like one of the best that I've read. The pacing, right? So even though there's parts of it that's like really, I feel generally that the book is fast paced, there's just a lot of plot lines happening throughout the book. So there's places where it feels really fast and we're in a battle, and there's places where it feels like it's a little bit slower, but if you think about it, it's not really slow, because that's where the plotting happens. And there's never a point where I feel like, Piers Brown, you're repeating stuff. Like, the story just keeps going and keeps going. There's no going back to things unnecessarily, and like use of repetitive words, which is something I hate so much when it comes to books. But I realize as I'm reading that even the slow parts are not the slow parts. It's just a build up to what's coming next, and it's absolutely amazing. It's one of my favorite series that I've ever read. Favorite series of all time. and I'm not even done reading it. So yeah, this is book 3. I already have book 4 because as soon as I'm done, I don't want to have to wait. I'm on page 365 and there are 518 pages of this book. So I'm hoping to finish it before spring weekend tomorrow. It's starting tomorrow because I have a kind of like a preliminary TBR that I want to read during the sprints. I've chosen really small books this time around because I think for the past 2 reading sprints I haven't been able to finish a single book because I've been reading like really chunky books. But yeah, I want to kind of like pick up the pace in terms of my reading. I've had a very slow month in July and kind of slow in August, and when I checked on my goal, I'm like 21 books behind. So first and foremost, the book that I have to read this weekend is The Bluest Eye by Toni Morrison. If you guys have been following me on my social media, you know that we are hosting a Toni Morrison readathon for the month of August. This is Women's Month. This is also the month that Toni Morrison unfortunately left us. So yeah, I'm looking forward to reading this one. I've never read anything from Toni Morrison. It's a quite skinny book, so I feel like I might be able to read it and finish it within 2 sprints. And then I also have This Is the Way the World Ends, and this is by Jen Wilder. It's a YA thriller, also kind of skinny. It's also 260 pages, so I might be able to like finish these 2 books if I decide to go this route. But I also have volume 1 of Lore Olympus, and this is by Rachel Smith. So this is also a contender, so I might read Toni Morrison and then pick up Lore Olympus because I know I can finish this in about maybe an hour and a half, and then after that I can get started on This Is How the World Ends. So yeah, this is kind of like my preliminary TBR for now. There's a lot of other books that I want to read because there's a lot of other books that I have. I am not doing so great with my Magical Readathon TBR, but I will continue the books in the next month anyway. Because I'm in a little bit of a situation where I'm trying to read fast because I'm trying to reach my goal, but also I want to slow down my reading so that I can savor the reading, right? It's a catch-22. But yeah, also I'm listening to the audiobook of The Hunting Party by Lucy Foley. When it started, I struggled a little bit because it's a full cast, which I generally like, but there's a lot of characters and a lot of character names, and I think I wasn't paying enough attention to properly remember everybody, and it was like I had to restart I think 3 times. But now I'm kind of like in the groove of the story, and we following this group of friends because I don't think that some of them really like each other, and they go on this 3-day trip to this far away deserted place in England somewhere, and it's the kind of place where if the weather is bad you can kind of like get stranded. So they go there for like New Year's Eve, New Year holiday, which is something that they seem to be doing every year, and it keeps going back between 3 days before and now, where now somebody's missing and has been found dead. We don't know who that somebody is, and we don't know who the culprit is, so we're following the story like that. This is not the first time I've read this kind of thriller mystery from Lucy Foley. It seems like she likes this kind of trope plot where we have to figure out who the murderer is and the murderee and the victim. That's the right word. But yeah, let me do a bit of work and then I will speak to you guys a bit later. Hello you guys. What a busy day. Oh, I need to call my mom. What a busy day. I was at the office, at our other office today in Jimston, which is quite a long drive every time. And then I had to go take my daughter to my mom's place, and now I'm back. I've got work to do, and then prepare for the reading sprints. It's just over 5 o'clock. I've got just under 2 hours to go, and yeah, I still have a bunch of stuff to do. So wish me luck. Wish me luck. I'll probably work for another hour or so because I've got some reports to do. What is this? Whoa, man. I don't know. I need to go through my emails and see what's going on. I was trying not to do any work this weekend, but I don't know if I can get away with it. I decided to put my hair up in a bit of a updo, kind of like a high puff, and I like it. It's kind of cute. How am I gonna? I'm so lazy. I'm trying to show you outfit of the day. I'm wearing this green polo neck, and then I've got my jeans. Let me see if I can be somewhere where I can give you guys like a nice view. My tripod is broken, so give you guys a view without using it. But yeah, I've got this green polo neck. This is actually my husband's one, but we might just swap because initially I wanted the green, and he had also bought the green but in a wrong size. So when we went to swap out his, he didn't have a size, so I sacrificed and I got like a mustardy one. But today I was just like, oh, I want to borrow your sweater, I want to borrow your polo neck. He's like, fine. But yeah, this is what I'm wearing today. I've got these mom jeans and this, and I've got my sneakers, and then I've got my updo. So yeah, that's what's going on. Let me go back to let me answer the phone. It's my mom. Okay, let me share a quick TBR for the reading sprints. So firstly, I've got the Bluest Eye by Toni Morrison. If you guys are following me on my Instagram, then you'll know that we are doing a Toni Morrison read along. So I've got this book as my main read. And the plan is to finish it in tomorrow morning sprints, which is why I'm trying to like sort out work so that I don't have to work during the sprints. And then I have This Is the Way the World Ends, and this is by Jen Wilder. It is a YA thriller. It's pretty short, so I'm hoping that I can quickly knock this one out of the bag. Oh, I don't know how the saying goes. And then I also have Law Olympus Volume 1, which I recently got, and I'm trying to finish that as well. I'm so behind with my reading goals. I don't know if I'll get to 100 books this year, but I want to at the very least get to 75 books, which is what I basically read last year. So that will make me happy. So if I can knock 3 books out in this weekend, that will be good. Also, I started listening to the audiobook of How to Kill Your Family, which I'm really enjoying. Who's the author? The author is Bella Mackey, and it is a thriller. It is so funny. Like, I'm really enjoying it. I'm loving the main character. It's one of those books where you're rooting for the serial killer because their personality is so fun, and you get to know them and you realize what kind of childhood they had, what kind of troubling childhood they had that led them to be this murderous person right now. But yeah, I'm actually really enjoying it. I keep laughing because it's quite funny. I am enjoying it. So I'm currently on chapter 5 of 21, and it says I've got 6 hours and 10 minutes to go. So I'll probably keep listening to that while I continue with my work, and I'll catch up with you guys later, maybe after we have started with the reading sprints, because I will need to change and put on my reading sprint shirt. So yeah, see you guys soon. Hi, I just did a bit of an unboxing for two of the books that I received. Yesterday I received a copy of In the Life of Puppets by TJ Klune. This is from Pen Macmillan. I am so excited to read this one. The synopsis sounds right up my alley. So it says, a small treehouse has become home to a human named Victor and 3 robots. These are pleasantly sadistic nurse machine, a small vacuum desperate for love and attention, and a fatherly inventor android named Giovanni Lawson. Together they are a family hidden and safe. This sounds right up my alley. I am so excited to pick up this book. I've been looking forward to it for so long. I love this cover as well, and the wording is kind of like a bit raised. I don't know what you call it, but it's giving it texture, and we love it. And then from the people at Wordsworth Books, they also sent me one of my anticipated releases, and that is Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. If you've been on Book Talk, TikTok, BookTube, you have probably seen this book multiple times, heard about it, and I am so excited to read it. People are loving it. I really hope that I love it as well. It's one of the books that will probably move up my TBR and kick off whatever book is sitting on my TBR for next week. So yeah, looking forward to reading this one, and you'll probably hear my thoughts on this in maybe the next vlog. If I do pick it up, we'll have to see, but absolutely looking forward to this one. Yeah, so I'm still busy working. Yo, it's 8 minutes to 6, so I think I'll probably do something for another 15 minutes. I don't want to work during the sprints, guys. I really don't. So it's either I will work during my reading sprint breaks tomorrow, or if I manage maybe to wake up early, or maybe Sunday. I don't know, but I really don't want to work right now. I don't want to do it. I want to enjoy these reading sprints. Last month was rough because I worked for most of the first session and I didn't get much reading, and then we didn't have electricity and it was just dark, and then I was not in the mood, and I ended up knitting the whole time or crocheting. So yeah, I don't mind crocheting, but I want to read. I really want to read, and that's the goal. So I'm gonna pack away my work laptop in about 15 minutes and then get my home laptop in front of me and set up and get my whole situation going. I love that it's starting to get warmer and I don't have to be sitting here like piled up in blankets and jackets and all that. So yeah, loving this hair. I just touched up my makeup, my foundation and a lippy for the sprints, but I'll probably wash it off in like 2 hours when I want to feel a bit more relaxed. So yeah, yep, that's what's happening. Hello you guys, it is Saturday early evening. It's 5 o'clock. We're busy with reading sprints, and I just finished reading The Bluest Eye by Toni Morrison, and it broke me. It absolutely broke me. So the main theme of the story is about colorism and self-loathing, especially the Black community, and how all of that and the experiences of how people see a young Black girl has molded her life to basically the product of what she is at the end of the book. And I literally cried. I literally cried because it was so heartbreaking, and this is why I don't read sad books. But this was such a good read. The writing took a little bit for me to get into, and it was my first experience reading from Toni Morrison. But as the story unfolded, it kept getting better and better. And in the beginning, it's kind of vague because it almost gives you like a glimpse of kind of like the end of the story, and then she takes you back piece by piece to like unfold the story as it happens. So it was really good, definitely worthy of a 5-star rating. I don't even know how to read this book, but I took a screenshot of some of the text and I just want to read them to you. I hope this took scanned properly. So it says, all of our waste which we dumped on her and which she absorbed, and all of our beauty which was hers first and which she gave to us. All of us, all who knew her, felt so wholesome after we cleaned ourselves on her. We were so beautiful when we stood astride her ugliness. Her simplicity decorated us. Her guilt sanctified us. Her pain made us glow in health. Her awkwardness made us think we had a sense of humor. Her inarticulateness made us believe we were eloquent. Her poverty kept us generous. Even her waking dreams we used to silence our own nightmares, and she let us, and thereby deserved our contempt. We honed our egos on her, padded our characters with her frailty, and yawned in the fantasy of our strength. And fantasy it was, for we were not strong, only aggressive. We were not free, merely licensed. We were not compassionate, we were polite. Not good, but well behaved. We courted death in order to call ourselves brave and hid like thieves from life. We substituted good grammar for intellect. We switched habits to simulate maturity. We rearranged lies and called it truth, seeing in the new pattern of an old idea the revelation and the word. She, however, stepped over into madness, a madness which protected her from us simply because it bored us in the end. Like, no. It was good, but it was really hard to read, especially towards the end. There's characters that I enjoyed reading from because they brought a lightness to the book and a humor as well, and that was Claudia and her sister, but more especially Claudia. I loved the closeness that was their relationship, and Claudia is like a 9-year-old, very inquisitive little girl who has major FOMO, who thinks she's been left out of these really cool, important moments, and most of the time people are just trying to save her for it. And she keeps saying, I always get left out of stuff. I'm always the last to know. And it's like, it's okay. It's okay to be the last to know, but because she doesn't know exactly what she's missing out of, that fear of missing out is what's kind of like driving her wanting to be within the action. But yeah, it's a good book. It's a very important book, like dealing heavily like with colorism, as I mentioned, self-loathing especially, and having people like reaffirming that because you look a certain way, because you're dark skinned, because you don't have blue eyes, it automatically means you're not beautiful. And it's like you don't even have a chance because there's no way you can get those things. So it's hard. I cried, guys. And I didn't even want to talk. I didn't want to talk about it because I could feel the tears just at the edge of my eyes. But yeah, now to keep things light, I am going to start reading Law Olympus by Rachel Smith. This is volume 1. I just need something light. Hopefully I can finish this one quick, and then when I'm done with it, then I'm going to start This Is the Way the World Ends, and this is by Jen Wilder. But I want to quickly go outside and get the laundry. It's starting to get a bit dark, and then we'll continue. Here are the sprints. I've got 33 minutes left, so I'm gonna quickly go get the laundry, and then hopefully I'll still have 30 minutes for reading.
Tell me why you're crying, how can it be, girl? When you gave me something I don't really feel, but you knew that already. When I found you on the ground, you could die.